fellow humans, welcome back to this second part of aesthetic locations in Melbourne CBD, and basically I'm just going to be taking you around on a day that I spent in the city and the aesthetic spots that I saw. Some of these will be like pretty obvious, which I have mentioned in previous videos, but getting into more detail here, and some of these are new, and I just hope that you enjoy and hopefully this video does a little something for you. Now, first of all, Melbourne City travelling tip 101, if you're considering going to Melbourne City on your own car, so not on like an Uber or something, but on your own car, do not do that. Take public transport, take a train, take an Uber, take a cab, I don't care, but just don't take your own car because you will not find parking. And even if you do, is it really worth it if you've spent 3 hours trying to find parking and now you only have like an hour left at the city? No, it's not worth it. Just do what I say and do not take your car to Melbourne CBD. It's not worth it. So on our third round around the city trying to look for some damn parking, we came across this little thing, I think it's like a helicopter on Exhibition Street right before Burke Street, and I thought this was like a really interesting place to, I don't know, stop by, take a photo, and I don't actually know what it really is, so it's rather interesting. Then we come up to Fed Square, which is right in front of Flinders Street Station, and this is kind of like a cultural hotspot. It's kind of where you go to chill, relax after a long day, or maybe just as a pause between your other times. There are a lot of birds here, beware, but you know, this is the city, what can you really do? You can't get rid of the birds. But it's a really interesting spot. I really like chilling there, and it's obviously really kind of relaxing, and you can kind of just see Melbourne City in all its glory, just doing its Melbourne City things. Trams passing by, you have a bunch of people walking around, sitting around, some people in the bar out back. You can see Flinders Street, you can see Eureka Tower, and it's just all around a nice place. Now, this rainbow graffiti thing out in front of the 7-Eleven that's at Fed Square is only temporary while our tunnel is being built, but also this 7-Eleven I find really interesting. It's kind of just like encased in the wall. There's a lot of birds here, and there's also this side which is constantly changing. It's never the same every time you go, so that's really interesting, I guess, and it's also a nice place for just like a photo. And then this is out back, not the outback, but this is behind the main section that you see on the road, and there is a bunch of these like lounging chairs that you can just sit on. They're open to the public, they're not like personal property of anyone, and you can see this view. Other things you can see in Melbourne City are like busking, but I saw these girls recording their cover of Sneakers by ITZY, which was fun. They did a couple of takes, and that's when I realized that I actually never considered that usually when people upload these covers online, they do it several times. But then we went down to the Yarra. Now, beware, the Yarra isn't a pretty place, but the places surrounding it are. The Yarra is a disgusting pile of scum. It's honestly not even a river. I don't think it deserves that name. But the surrounding banks are really cute. Now, this area kind of looks like Darling Harbour in Sydney, if you've ever been there, but honestly, this is, like, the river is significantly worse. You absolutely under no condition can swim in this river, because I had one of my teachers, and she was basically helping out clean out the Yarra one time, and she pulled a whole human arm out of the river. You do not want to swim in that. Besides, it's like a disgusting shade of brown, so nothing would ever convince you to do that. There are a couple of bridges on the river, and this is one of them, and the other one is over there, if you can see, and I think that they're both really interesting, as well as these are the only pedestrian bridges, and the other ones are like pedestrian and vehicle bridges, but obviously there's a lot of like cafes around here, and there's a lot of bars, brunches, you can just chill. We don't go to Crown in this episode, but maybe in a future episode, that's where I'll take you, and there's just these nice cafes, shops, mostly they're just like eating and food related shops that line the Yarra, which is good with me. So you know, usually when it's concerning like small animals like spiders and stuff, people are like, oh no, it's more afraid of you than you are of it, so don't be scared. Well, that is absolutely not the case for Melbourne City birds, because these devious little flying buggers are absolutely not scared of you at all. They will walk around near you, they will snatch your food, so do be scared of them. You should be scared of them, and also be careful of them. Don't leave your food out in the open. These are actual little demons in feathery bodies, and do not test that. This is the other bridge that you saw from the other bridge, and it's also really cool. It also has like these informative panels about different countries, and I'm pretty sure like immigration from different countries, which is also like an interesting read while you're walking here, and obviously these cool little structures, and it's also got these like nook places where you can take photos, which you will see in like the next clip, but yeah, cool bridge. And then back on the northern side of the Yarra Bank, first of all, there's just like this really cool, open, spacious area. So if you're just looking to get away from all the hustle and bustle of the other side, and then there's this cute area where you can sit down and relax or take some banger photos. And then there's these steps which lead down right from the side of Flinders Street Station down to the Yarra. I also think that this part is just like weirdly cool. Like, I don't know what about it is like cool. It's not the most pretty place, but it's just cool. And coming back, this is my first time noticing that these like light signs actually have like the female icon on them, which I never realized, and this helpful map that has been added. And this cute little, I wouldn't call it a kiosk, but it's kind of like that, where you can get coffee in front of the beautiful flower gardens which currently adorn this street, and just watch Melbourne doing its Melbourne things. And then this little arcade, which I'm pretty sure is called the Capitol, but I'm not entirely sure, which is just another cool aesthetic place, which I think is from 1924, but that's only if I'm correct in assuming that this is the Capitol. And then there's this weird building, not this one, the other one, whose windows aren't arranged in a grid. And then possibly one of the coolest Kmarts out there, which is like a 3-story building, which I find really interesting because obviously Kmarts usually only come in one floor. It is a little bit hard to navigate because you can't really find what you're looking for like you do in every other normal Kmart, but it's still a cool place to visit. And that's really it for this video. I hope that you're having a good day. I hope that you continue to have a good day, and I will see you next time. And maybe I'll see you in Melbourne CBD too.